Hey guys, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. This is Pam, and as you can see, things look a little bit different than last time. So I've been playing around with this gshade. Um, Basically, it's a mod that helps you make prettier poses when you're in G pose. It just does a lot to the environment to make things look really neat. And I came across this one as I was just looking for something to do for a thumbnail because everything is dark. It's night. My character is very dark. It was hard to get a good screenshot otherwise, as you might have seen from the first thumbnail of the very first episode of this. And I'm like, this is so cool. You know what? I'm going to try playing with this for a little while. It may not last, and I may end up going back to the usual if gameplay is really affected by it. But for a little while, I just want to see what things look like in here. All this happened inside Spirit Hold? 12 preserve us. Who was that masked mage? And by what dark ambition is he driven? So many things shrouded in mystery. Well, I shan't find any answers on my own. I must needs discuss this with Galfred. The matter warrants a full investigation if I am any judge, and that shall certainly be my recommendation. Your courage has saved many lives this day, adventurer. For this you have my deepest gratitude. Pray return to Gridania and seek out Mion. I understand she wishes to thank you for your efforts on our behalf. As I just predicted, we're going to be sent back to Gridania, which is perfectly fine. I'm going to run a little bit because it looks so cool like this. Our weather has changed from the lightning to mysterious or tension, which means that the Odin fate. I can't remember if the Odin's a fate or if it's something else. In any case, I'm really loving this. The game should look like this all the time, honestly. It's just so cool. There's a little bit of a tilt-shift photography aspect to it. That's the Bannock. I can't see anything because of the way everything's out of focus beyond a few feet beyond my face, but I'm just really liking it. It added the frame automatically. I'm not sure I'm in love with the frame, but I definitely recommend checking out gshade if you want your game to look nicer, because honestly, that is one of the few issues that I have with this game, is that it looks very pretty, and it is very pretty, but for some reason they have this sort of grayish filter just on everything, and it doesn't have to look this way. So there was a live letter which the producers will do from time to time. I don't think they're scheduled in terms of like one a month or whatever, but they did a live letter on Thursday, I think, the 18th, and they mentioned they are going to be diving into a severe graphics upgrade, which we're going to start seeing probably around 7.0, the next expansion. Until then, they showed us some previous. Oh my God, the weather changed in here, and it's all pretty now. Look at it. Because you're not going to have tension in Gridania, of course. It's just all over the rest of the Black Shroud. And Odin is usually up near the Sylphlands, I believe. Before I go and talk to Mion, God, this is so nifty. I'm going to play the whole game in like this from now on. For forever, for good. That's it. You're never going to see it any other way. There are some really cool, like, pre-made filters that people have made that make it look like cyberpunk or like thick lines like a comic book, and it really is just for like posing your characters and adding nifty effects. But my God, it's so cool. I love it. Like the blur, and just I'm gonna play the whole game like this from now on forever until the end of time. I just can't believe how pretty it looks. It's so nice. It's just so nice. All right, let's talk to Lucienne and see what our next quest is. She has a casual outfit on. That's cute. The fat cat. Good morrow to you, Galvin. I felt it was about time that you returned. Have you grown more accustomed to the bow? Before we go any further, I wish to ensure that you have grasped the fundamental essence of archery. Tell me, Galvin, do you truly understand what it means to see clearly? To see clearly is not merely to look. It is to observe with intent. Fail to do this, and no amount of talent with a bow will avail you. An archer must remain vigilant for any trace of his target, overlooking not the smallest detail lest it prove crucial to the realization of his purpose. He must, in short, see clearly. The coming task will test your powers of observation. A number of targets have been hidden throughout the city, I would have you seek out and destroy them. Each will fall easily to your heavy shot technique. When you have completed the task, return to me and we will continue. This one's pretty simple. Actually, it might be slightly more difficult with the, no, it's not, because I still got target names. This one's nice because all you have to do is look around for the archery butts, and they are all over the city. There's more than you need to finish the task. Gosh, I'm utterly in love with this filter. I'm just going to be talking about it a lot. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It's just so nice looking. It just makes the game look so new in a way. I mean, they do a lot of pretty things with the game, but it was like they're going to add a better pre-generated grass so it won't look like 8-bit pixelated grass, that kind of thing. There's one up there. So I think this episode is just going to be mostly me doing the class quests. The itinerant Moogle is, they have occasionally drives where it's like you can do a bunch of different specific dungeons and earn these tomestones and get rewards for them. Also, I need to do that. I think one of the targets is under here, I want to say. I feel like. Yep, there it is. So you can get stuff that's only like drops randomly in dungeons or infrequently, or sometimes it seems like it never freaking drops at all. There's another one around here somewhere. There's one. How many did I need? 6? Okay, so there's more down this way. There's one that right there. I can already see it. And this is perfect since I need to head back down this way anyway. That's 5. They usually do those towards the end of a patch period as we're winding up and starting towards the next expansion. Since Endwalker, the last expansion, just came out a few months ago, it's probably not going to be happening anytime soon, but, oh gosh, everything looks so neat. This guy's probably on the exact same quest as I am. Okay, taking a sip. Welcome back, Galvin. A little bird tells me that the hero and his party owe you their lives. A tale for the tavern if ever there were one. It's only a shame that I must ask you not to tell it, for the time being at least. Do I make myself clear? This looks, oh my god, even the cutscenes look so cool. Until the heroes have made their will on the matter known, it would be best to avoid unsettling people with stories of walking statues. Now then, you must have suitable recompense for your valiant service. For the first half of your reward, I give you leave to make use of the accommodations here at the guild. Arrangements have been made, so all you need to do is speak with Antoinette. Antoineau? Whenever you crave the comfort of a firm bed and a soft pillow. I don't speak French, so I'm guessing that pronunciation. Also, that's available for all inns. Inns are available anywhere there's an inn. For the second half of your reward, I offer you another path to fame and fortune. Guild leaves. Guild leaves are records of the various requests we receive from the citizenry. They outline all manner of tasks which ambitious young adventurers like you can elect to undertake. Gontran is our guild leave official, or leave meet, here at the Carline Canopy. I've spoken with him regarding your knack for solving challenging problems, and he is eager to make your acquaintance. By the way, have you perchance heard about the coming festival? It is truly a splendid occasion, looked forward to by young and old alike, and one I can heartily recommend that you take your time to enjoy. Don't be too disappointed if the recent troubles cast a shadow over proceedings, however. I fear nothing short of the mysterious interloper's apprehension can prevent that. But we were talking about you, Galvin. You've made Mother proud. I expect great things of you, young man. I just can't get over how cool this all looks. Yes. You now have access to recommendations. This feature displays a list of quests or duties currently available in your area. Can be opened from under duty, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to have that. Okay, now she's going to send me on another quest. to Bent Branch Meadows. How's my favorite fresh-faced adventurer? Oh, do not scowl so. I speak out of habit. You've come a long way since first you walked in my door, and I'll not deny it. As a matter of fact, I think it's about time you made yourself useful at Bent Branch Meadows in the Central Shroud. Unlike the recruits you see at the Bannock, the men and women out at Bent Branch are fully occupied with their own work. As such, I imagine there are more than a few who would welcome the assistance of a rapidly maturing adventurer like yourself. Bent Branch is also home to a very usefully situated aetheryte. It is, in other words, the perfect place for you to begin the next stage of your journey as an adventurer. I like that guy's armor. And what better time than the present? Leave the city via the Blue Badger Gate and continue to the southwest until you come to a bridge. Cross it, and when you spy an aetheryte in the distance, you may congratulate yourself on having successfully found Bent Branch Meadows. I keep saying Brent. If you so fancy, you may also make use of the Chocobo Porter service, doubtless the safest way to get to your destination. Chocobo Keep Singer should not hesitate to lend his birds to a capable adventurer like you. Oh, and be sure to introduce yourself to Keitha, the head Chocobo Wrangler, when you arrive. I'm going to go ahead and take this. Leave mates are good to have. Leave quests. Mother Mion has told me much of your endeavors, Galvin. Have you considered attempting one of the guild leaves here available here at the Adventurers Guild? Guild leaves are the means by which we document requests for assistance from the citizenry prior to assigning them to adventurers possessed of the necessary skills. From battlecraft leaves that require the extermination of monsters to tradecraft leaves that ask for the creation of goods, to tasks we term leave quests are many and varied in their nature. Should your interest be piqued, I suggest you make your way to Bent Branch Meadows and speak with Tierney. She'll be happy to set your feet on the path to completing your first lead quest. I also want to check into the inn at some point because I have a bunch of gear that I need to put in the armoire, but that can wait a moment. Oh, brand new. So new. No, unlike me. I know. I'm not that old. In terms of this character, anyway. I'm never going to stop using this filter. I swear to God. It just makes everything look so cool. I will change back probably after this episode, though, just because it feels... I don't know. I mean, it doesn't feel authentic, I guess, even though it doesn't really matter. But for somebody who might be watching this for the first time and thinking, oh my God, that game looks super cool, I don't want to lead you on and think that this is how it always looks, because obviously, yeah. Oh, that is kind of cool, though, if I scroll in, you know, it brings things more into focus. Ah, you've returned. I trust you've begun to comprehend the crucial importance of seeing clearly. The next trial will test your powers of observation in battle. Travel to the North Shroud, and there put down 8 microchews and 8 oppo-oppos. In contrast to the inanimate and wholly unthreatening targets of the previous trial, these creatures may be relied upon to move around and fight back. Not only are those the only differences. Being comparatively numerous, microchews and oppo-oppos are anything but difficult to find, and yet you may be assured that this task will test your powers of observation, albeit in a different manner. This time, you will need to evaluate the abilities of your opponent. In so doing, you will learn, amongst other things, that microchews produce a poison that can quickly sap one's strength, while oppo-oppos, like archers, possess the advantage of range. Knowing their strengths, how will you go about mitigating them? If you commence your attack before identifying an effective strategy, you will soon be made to regret your folly. Whew. But if you take the time to observe your targets from afar, you will surely glean the knowledge necessary to defeat them. I look forward to hearing of your success, Galvin. I'm being messaged. I need to see what I'm being messaged about, because I have a feeling. What is this? What is this? Oh my God, no. No, it's nothing bad. It's just... So I got into JoJo's Bizarre Adventure recently. And I definitely have a pairing because I am a shipper and that's how I work. There's a figure set of Jotaro and carrying Kakuin like after the end of part 3, and wow, that's not okay. That is not... It's like the La Pieta. Oh my God. I'm actually like, no, why? Why would they do that? Just stomp on my heart and then break it apart again. Okay, let's go do this. Let's go kill some things. We need to go to the North Shroud, which we've not been to yet. And we're back in tension land here. My friend is messaging me about it. I'm like, and it's on Mercari, and I'm kind of like, that's tempting. It is a little bit tempting, but also, no, it's not okay. Okay, so I've got a bunch of things that I can actually work on killing out here. So this is just going to be a lot of combat for the moment. Because we have these to kill, we have these midge swarms to kill. That's not really in line. And it's just time consuming. Fortunately, I am slightly over leveled, so it's not a big deal. But it's just, like I said, this one they did not reduce the numbers on. I dearly wish they had, because it's just, oh my god, well, you have to kill 8 of these and 8 of those. Get to it. This is what I'm talking about when I was talking about like the marching ants effect. The way that things abilities will become available. It used to be that this was just a regular, straight shot was just a regular weapon skill that you used, and now it only pops at certain times. So you have to wait for it to come up. But it is, it turns into barrage later on. It's even nicer. It can only be executed with straight shot ready. So 20% chance after you hit something with heavy shot that you will get straight shot ready. At least these midge swarms don't want to attack me. I want to attack them because they're part of my hunting log, but they're not part of my my mission at the moment. But it's like, you know, I can kill a bunch of stuff and knock several objectives out at the moment, and now I'm level 12. And I got Bloodletter, which is one of my favorite abilities. It's just a big, heavy-hitting attack. How many more of these do I have to kill? Gosh, 2 more. Okay. They also added multiple, what do I want to say? It, like, stacks? No. Yeah, stacks, I guess. Where you have the ability to use it several times in a row until you run out of those and then you have to wait for it to completely recharge. Stacks, I guess. Is that all of the Oppo-Oppos? That's all of the Oppo-Oppos. Did I get all of the midge swarms? I got all of the midge swarms. Now, oh gosh. This place is lovely. I feel like it's autumn. We're going to run down here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There's a lantern. We're going to go around. Run across this bridge. I'm going to cry about that statue some more. Why would they do that? Why? See, there's a... Oh, my frickin' God. See, there's an S rank. That's very rude. That is incredibly rude. How dare they? I mean, really, just how dare they? I'm not going to go near it, obviously, because I don't want to die. I'm level 12. My first knockout is not going to be at the hands of a level 50 S rank, because I'm not stupid. But really, it's just like, how dare you? How dare? First of all, how dare you? Get my water here. Micro chews are just vaguely obnoxious. They're not really a problem. After this, I might just, I don't have to teleport back. I can do return, so I don't have to spend money. Because right now I have very little in the way of money. I have 1,300 gil to my name, so I want to save it where I can. The only thing that's really annoying with these things is that they will poison you. So, yeah, there's two charges. That's the word I was looking for. Of bloodletter right now, so I can use it quite rapidly. Whereas before it was just on the standard cooldown cycle. And it's also, they also did the same thing with Heavy Rain, which is similar to Bloodletter, but is a multiple target attack. Did I say, I think it's Blood Rain. Or Rain of Arrows, maybe, I can't remember. But it's just the same thing, but for many targets instead of one. That's a pretty common thing with this game, where it'll be like, here's your single target attack, here's your multiple target attack, here's your single target attack, here's your multiple. And it makes it really convenient for it. Did I get them all? Yay, I did get them all. Let me return to New Gridania, and I'm going to look at my Twitter again, and we can cry over this together. Yeah, so I started watching it a little while ago, and now I'm like completely into it. And the funny part is that I was like, yeah, you know what, this is fun. This is like kind of a, you know, it's a silly sort of show. There's a lot of, you know, funny fighting sequences and stuff, and then all of a sudden the feels hit me, and like I was all of a sudden going, no, I don't want this, no. Like a bunch of characters die, and I was really unhappy about it. And of course, one of the characters ended up being one that I really liked, and yeah, of course it would happen that way, right? And then I was like, oh, I'm gonna draw him, and then I'm gonna draw him some more, and the next thing I knew, I was doing like shippy fan art of Kakuin and Jotaro, and I'm really, I kind of like hate myself, but not really. It's just one of those things where it's like, why did this happen to me? How is this happening? But it's all happening because my friend, who's messaging me on Twitter right now, got into it, and I was like, but I really like their writing. I like their writing so much. I want to read what they're writing. And so it's like, well, I'm going to have to watch this. I was planning on watching it anyway. It was just like I never really had the impetus to get into it. Yeah, right, she's talking. When faced with an enemy who can attack from a distance, simply raining arrows upon it is wasteful and dangerous both. The battle would be not more than a contest of strength. By employing the appropriate technique, however, one may bring down one's foe with greater ease and fewer arrows. For instance, you may choose to prime your weapon well and strike hard, or employ toxins to sap their strength over time. On the assumption that this fact dawned on you prior to the fall of your 16th target, I congratulate you on passing the trial. Lee, Silver, what is your honest evaluation? Not bad, if you ask me. The adventurer pulls a good bow and is enthusiastic besides. She's so cute. A pleasure to meet you. My name is Lee Aliopo, and this is my second year at the guild. It's quite plain that you have talent with a bow, but you must take care to mind your surroundings when you're pursuing a target. I had my eye on you for the duration of your trial, but not once did you notice my presence. Mind your surroundings? That's rich coming from you. Your every movement is wasteful, adventurer. Your back is crooked and your elbows misaligned. It takes you an age to prime your bow and twice as long to loose an arrow. In summary, you fail on all counts. You have no talent as an archer, none whatsoever. I shall say it plain, Lucien. This man is not fit to wield a bow. For our sake and his, we should revoke his membership. As I've always said, outsiders can scarce be expected to understand, never mind master our noble art. We waste our breath trying to teach his like. Well, allow me to introduce you to Silvera, our comrade at the butts. This fellow is once of the god's quiver, you see, and he can be a little opinionated when it comes to archery. Oh, but you mustn't pay him any heed. He's like that to everyone. You'd be lucky to get much sense out of a fossil-brained wildwood Ellison like him at the best of times. With them, it's always 12's with this, and elemental's that, and... Oh! No offense intended, Lucien. None taken, Lee. I know full well that some of my kind can be prideful to excess and intolerant of other races. Although people may behold the same object, ever will they see different things. There is no right or wrong to it, for it is a question of perspective. What matters is the perspective we choose to adopt. You are possessed of bright eyes, Galvin, eyes that bespeak great understanding. They shan't lead you astray, so trust to them and to what they see. Go now and resume your training. I look forward to marking your progress when next we meet. And in fact, when next we meet is going to be right now. See, yeah, I'm getting more gear. The tunic actually is not an upgrade, but the eye patch is. I really kind of find it funny that one of the options is an eye patch, so you can only see out of one eye when you're, shooting at things. But let's go with the gloves. Everything that you get will be an upgrade, so it doesn't really matter what you choose. I mean, for the most part. I mean, it'll be good for your class, not necessarily an upgrade. It pleases me to see how you have grown as an archer. Plainly, you have taken my counsel to heart and learned to see with your own eyes. I would now have you discover what it means to behold things from a different standpoint. You will recall Lee Aliopo, one of your seniors in the guild. I have given you over to her care for this lesson. Speak with her and do as she bids. I've been expecting you, Galvin. Shall we get on with it then? First, a quick review. Remember how the bowmaster had you seek out and destroy targets hidden throughout the city? Well, I would have you do the same. This time, however, you will need to venture outside the gates. I'm sure you've realized this by now, but there is no guarantee of safety within the 12's Wood. As you search, you should take care to mind your surroundings. You won't have the luxury of focusing solely on your quarry this time. You'll have to keep your eyes peeled for potential threats as well. That said, your objective is to destroy the targets alone, so avoid unnecessary combat and maintain a safe distance from any hostile creatures you encounter. Should you come under attack, take to your heels, risking direct confrontation only if you can't outrun your pursuers. The targets are hidden in the central shroud. As before, use the heavy shot technique to destroy each one with a single arrow. Go well, Galvin. Okay, so central shroud is where Bent Branch Meadows is, so I can hopefully kill two birds with one stone there. Oh, look. As it's getting down towards sunset. Oh my god, it's so pretty! But yeah, I got crazy into JoJo, and I'm currently watching part 5. I think I'm halfway through it. All I know for sure is that it's like I'm 23 or 23 episodes in. I'm about to start episode 24. And I'm not quite as into it as I was with the others, but I do enjoy. What I really find funny is that, so I'm a big fan of Japanese seiyuu voice actors, and I greatly enjoy, seeing what other projects they're in. I'm a huge fan of Udapri. I love Uda no Prince-sama. Honestly, I just can't get enough of it. And one of the actors is really one of my favorite seiyuu, Mamoru Miyano, who I'm sure I've mentioned at some point or another. There's another one over here, isn't there? But I also really like Sawabe Junichi. They're all really good. No matter who you're thinking about, they're all really good. And they're all amazing. They all have great careers. Udapri is only one of the things. I know I'm not supposed to kill these things, but just let me get it out of the way. So I tend to seek out and find what other projects the various actors are in. And so I knew that Sawabe did voices in JoJo. I didn't know who else was involved in it, but I'm vastly amused to find that Sawabe and Kosuke Toriumi, Tori-san, are both in this season, and so is Daiki Yamashita, who is Shion Amakusa in Sneak. You can't see me. Sneak. He's a member of Heavens. He's also Izuki Midoriyama, I want to say? Oh my god, they're all attacking me. Go away. No, go away. Fuck off. I don't want to fight you. And who else? Shion. Let's see. Narancia. Yeah, Daiki plays Narancia. Suabe is Abaccio Leone, I think. Cecil Toriumi is Mista. Then we have the guy who plays Kamyu, Mino Tomoyaki, who is I want to say Squallow, just showed up. But then there's also overlap in this because we have there's another one. Ken, who is Thancred, I believe, isn't Seko in that. I'm still, oh no, I got them all, but I'm going to go on to Bent Branch Meadows anyway. Just like, Yuki Kaji is Koichi from Part 4, and who also shows up in Part 5. I was really happy to see him again. Just so many characters overlap. But, okay, so Toriumi is also in this. Tori-san, because he's Xenos, who shows up later on. We also have Suabe as Ardbert, who is a character who shows up later on and has great impact on a lot of stuff. Xenos also does, obviously. Xenos is a huge, major character. Ken is Thancred. Tatsuhisa Suzuki is Emmerich in this, Lord Emmerich from Ishgard. And he was Prosciutto in Part 4, Part 5. I'm on Part 5. Just so many of the overlap, but he's also Ranmaru in Udapri. So they get half the cast. I'm waiting for Mamo to show up because honestly he should. Greetings, adventurer. My name is Tierney, and I'm in charge of assigning local lev quests here at Bent Branch Meadows. Gontran convinced you to seek me out, did he? Then I shall assume you have a basic understanding of what accepting guild leave might entail. But first things first, I must be certain that your skills are a match for your enthusiasm. The Adventurers Guild would not approve of me sending a fledgling hero to his death or dishonor for want of request. Can I just start that whole sentence over again? The Adventurers Guild would not approve of me sending a fledgling hero to his death or dishonor for want of the requisite capabilities. Take a moment to peruse the task outlined in this guild leave. Do you believe yourself up to the challenge? Yes, I do. It's just an old thing. It's just an old thing. I'm glad to hear it. Pray be aware, however, that anoles are wont to flee to their broodmates when they sense they're overmatched. You would be wise to prevent such a reunion, lest the battle be drawn out past your limits of endurance. Okay, so this is telling me how to do it, which I do know. So I've hit half an hour on here. So I'm going to end this. I'm going to stop and pick up this quest, which is not necessary. Margeria has information that may interest wealthy adventurers. She is like, oh, you're an adventurer? I have information for you. Plots within the lavender beds are being auctioned off. You could buy a house. Bidders not even need be Gridanian. Any old adventurer could buy one. Concerning how to center who hasn't dreamed of owning their own forest cottage with perhaps a small vegetable garden and a stable for a chocobo? Wouldn't it sound lovely? Yes, it sure does. Too bad I'll never be able to get one because housing in this game is a nightmare. But yeah, we're going to leave this here. I'm going to go ahead and do my leave quests and the rest of the archer quests next time because we are over limit. So thank you all for coming. We'll be back to the usual graphics next time. Sorry about that. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.